Jungkook's POV, because I like your best friend Jimin. The words echoed in my mind over and over, each time stabbing my chest like a needle. I could feel the pain intensifying with every thought. Without a second thought, I left and hurried home, my heart in pieces. It hurts. It hurts so much. I knew it then. It was impossible for him to like me. How could he, when he likes my best friend? The pain was unbearable, and I couldn't accept it. Taehyung wanted Jimin, my best friend. It felt like betrayal. The tears didn't stop that day. I cried until my eyes were swollen. I had always known that Taehyung didn't like me. But it was my fault for hoping, for letting my feelings grow. I never expected him to like me back. But as we spent more time together, my feelings deepened. Whether he was kind or cold, it didn't matter. I fell for him. And now it was clear. It wasn't just a crush. I loved him. But he loved Jimin. Why? Why didn't he like me? I had been there for him all along. Did I not deserve love? Was there something wrong with me? The pain twisted deeper as questions filled my mind. Jimin called me, but I couldn't answer. I was too overwhelmed. Why Jimin? Was I that unattractive? The pain in my chest felt as if my heart was being ripped apart. Why do I keep falling for people who don't love me back? I sat on a bench, waiting for my uncle to come out of the convenience store with beer. I just wanted to get drunk and forget everything. I locked myself in my house for 2 days, crying. Even my uncle, who had recently broken up with his boyfriend, cried for me. Grandma, worried that our home was filled with too much sadness, urged us to go outside and get some fresh air. That's when I got a text. It was Jimin. He was worried because I hadn't spoken to him. I felt guilty. Jimin hadn't done anything wrong. He had even helped me with Taehyung. But now I couldn't look him in the eye. I replied to his text, and suddenly I heard his voice. Jungkook. I turned around, and there they were, Jimin and Taehyung. My chest ached again. I couldn't take it. I backed away, my heart pounding, and ran. As I crossed the street, I saw a van speeding toward me. Jungkook! Taehyung's voice was the last thing I heard before everything went dark. When I woke up, I was in a room filled with blue light. Doctors and nurses moved around me, adjusting tubes. My body felt sore, especially my eyes. My vision was blurry, and everything seemed off. What happened to me? I glanced around the room and saw my grandma, uncle, and Jimin standing by my side, tears of relief in their eyes. You're awake, Jungkook, they said joyfully, as they helped me sit up. My stomach growled loudly. It felt like I hadn't eaten in ages. As they handed me food, the memories of the accident started to come back. I remembered seeing Taehyung and Jimin together before it all went black. Then they told me what had happened. I had been in a coma for 2 months. I was stunned. 2 months? Jimin and my family apologized, and Jimin explained that Taehyung didn't actually like him. He liked me. I couldn't believe it. My mind was spinning. Jimin handed me a mirror. What's in the mirror? I asked, puzzled. I looked at my reflection and noticed something strange. My face looked different. There was a scar near my eye, and my eyelashes seemed to have thinned out. I didn't understand. I glanced back at the 3 of them, waiting for an explanation. Jimin spoke softly. Both of your eyes were damaged in the accident. Taehyung, he gave you his eyes. I froze. What? What do you mean? I asked, utterly confused. They explained that Taehyung wasn't really blind. He had only been pretending. When the accident happened and they found out I would be blind when I woke up, Taehyung donated his eyes to me. He gave me his eyes. I couldn't process it. But isn't it dangerous to donate your eyes while you're alive? How is that even possible? I felt a sudden, overwhelming panic. Where's Taehyung? My chest tightened, waiting for the worst. Jimin hesitated before saying, "He's with God now." The words felt like a dagger. I couldn't hear anything else. I broke down, sobbing uncontrollably. My family rushed to calm me, but nothing could stop the grief and guilt crashing down on me. "Why are you crying, Kook?" Jamin asked, his voice trembling. "Fix your answer," my uncle told him. Yes. Kook, Taehyung isn't dead. He's alive." Jamin quickly corrected himself, and I froze, my tears stopping abruptly. "He's alive?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Jimin nodded. "Yes, Taehyung is alive. He's just at another hospital. Remember our classmate, Godae's Choi? His father is a special doctor, and he's taking care of Taehyung." Relief washed over me, though the weight in my heart remained. Taehyung had given up so much for me. Even with his eyes, I didn't know how I would ever face him again.